bit different. It's going to pop up here on the screen in a second. This is a picture of what's called the Dead Sea Scrolls. These are 2,000-year-old documents that were written right after the time of Jesus, and they were hidden in a way in a cave for almost 2,000 years, and were discovered about 75 years ago. Now, if you saw this piece of paper on the side of the road, would you think anything of it? Would you think that that was valuable? No. You look at it and say, wow, that's dirty and it's got some weird writing on it. I don't even care. Maybe someone would take it's trash and just throw it away. Did you know that just a small fragment of the Dead Sea Scrolls, a small piece of it, is worth millions of dollars? Isn't that crazy? Sometimes we might feel like the Dead Sea Scrolls. And we look at it and we think, well, that doesn't look that impressive. That doesn't seem to have any value. Maybe for our own lives, we think, I'm not that special. I'm not anything that different. Why would God value me? But again, all this week, we're going to learn that we are priceless to God, that each and every one of you boys and girls are treasured by God. You're something special. In fact, we've got a song that we're going to sing that celebrates just that. So let's stand up and sing this song together.
He's wild, God is wild about us. He's wild, God is wild about us. It's so amazing to think about God's love. The God of creation is looking out for us. He knows us, He hears us. God is right here with us, and He's wild, God is wild about us. He's wild, God is wild about us. God is great, He is awesome. God is great, He is awesome. He's great, God is wild about us. He's great, He is awesome. He's great, God is wild about us. He's awesome. He's wild, God is wild about us. He's wild, God is wild about us. He's wild, God is wild about us. It's awesome. He's wild, God is wild about us. God is wild about us.
Well done, boys and girls. We're going to sing a whole lot of songs this week here at Treasure VBS. And I want to keep seeing what I was seeing, which is you guys standing and singing and doing the motions together. It's so much fun, and we learned some great things from these songs. So I'm excited that you're going to learn even more in the coming days. Now, here at Treasure VBS, we're going to be all about
What are you doing here?
well, I was just about to say, we're going to be learning about...
Wait, I know. You have this treasure here. You have a treasure map. Well, just because you were here first doesn't mean that you get it. It's mine.
Who are you?
You mean to tell me you don't know who I am? Do any of you know who I am? No? I'm Dr. Dale Dickingstone. I'm a world-famous explorer, finder of fabulous things, finder of fabulous fortunes. I discovered the lost city of Cornucopia, and I discovered the Dickingstone diamond. But I still can't find my cell phone. I didn't hack my way through the jungle just because I found this treasure.
Well, I'm sure there's plenty of treasure to share. You see, the real
No,
treasure...
it's never enough to share. It's mine, all mine. I'm going back to camp to get my treasure finding equipment, and then you'll see I'll find more treasure than you've ever dreamed of finding.
Yeah, I don't think that's true. You see, the real treasure that we're
It
looking
doesn't
for...
matter what you think. Nobody beats me to a treasure, not you, or you, or you, or you, or you, or any of you.
Wait. Just let me tell you, the real treasure...
No, I'll be back, and then you'll see who finds the real treasure.
Dr. Dickingstone! Wait! Dr. Dickingstone! The real treasure that she's looking for is that she's treasured by God. Dr. Dickingstone isn't a very good listener, huh? I hope that we see her around more this week so that we can tell her that she is priceless to God. Now, each day here at Treasured VBS, we are going to learn a Bible point, okay? We're going to learn a Bible point, and we get to be interactive with this Bible point, okay? Today, we are going to learn that God knows you. And whenever you hear me or another leader say that Bible point, God knows you, you get to respond. You ready? Here's how you're going to respond. We're going to go like this. You ready? We're going to say, you are treasured. Okay? It's almost like we're reminding one another that each one of us are treasured by God. So let's try this out. Today we're going to learn that God knows you. You got the hang of it. So again, you're going to hear this throughout the night, whether it's an imagination station or a snacks or games or wherever else. When you hear that God knows you, you are treasured. Very good. Now, as we learn a Bible point each night, we also have a Bible verse that I wrote down because I want to read it correctly. Tonight, we're going to learn about the Bible verse from Psalm 139, which says, "O Lord, you have examined my heart, and you know everything about me." It's crazy to think that the God of the universe knows everything about you, and everything about you. Think about how many hairs you have on the top of your head. Did you know that God knows the exact number of how many hairs are on your head? Isn't that amazing? Isn't that crazy? Here, do this with me. On the count of 3, I want everyone to say their name all at once. You ready? Just say your name. Don't scream it. Just say it. You ready? 1, 2, 3. Joe. Isn't it awesome that all of those names, God heard them all at once? Not only did he hear them, but he knows each of you in an awesome way. Let's stand and let's sing another song together.
I
everybody? I really love that song because it reminds me that God knows you. Oh boy, you guys weren't ready. I put you to the test. I love that song because it helps me to remember that God knows you. You are a treasure. Very, very good. Now, each night here at Treasure VBS, we have our Bible point, but we also have a Bible buddy that helps us to remember our Bible point. So we've got a video about our Bible buddy, Pogo. Let's take a look.
Hey there, friends. Nice of you to jump in for a week of big adventures here at Treasured VBS. Meet my friend Pogo, a poison dart frog. Yep, this little, tiny, colorful creature without sharp claws, a stinger, or fangs is one of the deadliest animals on the planet. But only if you eat him. Some people call Pogo a poison frog or poison arrow or dart frog. That's because hunters in some native tribes rub their arrow tips on the frog's skin to make them even more dangerous. Poison dart frogs are only about the size of a walnut. They're not big or strong. So how can something so small stay safe? Well, God gave Pogo an easy way to protect himself from bigger animals that might like to have him for a snack. Here in the rainforest, Pogo uses his long, sticky tongue to grab some grub like ants, termites, or beetles. Yummy. That food changes inside his body, turning into a powerful poison that coats his skin. In fact, frogs that grow up in a zoo or cage don't eat the same things, so they're not poisonous. You'll find Pogo and his brightly colored buddies hopping around in rainforests all over Central and South America. They are pretty puny, but God gave them all these awesome colors. Whoa! Some people call poison dart frogs the jewels of the rainforest. Guess that makes Pogo a treasure, huh? And if you still can't see him, just stop and listen. You may think that frogs croak, but he sort of chirps. Listen to this. Their size and sounds are definitely small. Maybe you know what that's like too. Do you ever feel too small to do important or fun things? Does it sometimes feel like you're different from everyone else? Or maybe it feels like everyone else is special or a superstar. You might even be heading to a new school where no one knows you. When you feel too small, overlooked, or not very special, remember that God knows you. God knows everything you can do, everything you think about, everything you're going through, every special, amazing part of you. You can treasure God's words in the Bible that say this: "O Lord, you have examined my heart and know everything about me." That means someone always understands you and celebrates who you are, inside and out. God knows you. You are treasured.
Wow. Isn't Pogo awesome? I love those frogs. Every time I go to Bible Park Zoo, I love checking them out. Their colors are so bright and beautiful to look at. All right, in just a moment, I am going to send you to your next place in the rotation. But I want everybody to look at your name tag. I got my son Jacob's here. It's got your name on the front. But on the back, you're going to see 5 different jobs, crew jobs, okay? So as a crew, I want you to read the description of each job, and then you guys are going to choose what job you're going to have. And don't worry, if there's one that you really want to do, you'll have a chance to do it in one of the other nights here at Treasure, okay? So go ahead and decide your crew jobs, and then once you've decided that, go ahead and go to your first station. We'll see you guys later.
I am so glad you're here. My name is Danny, and every day when you come to Bible Adventures, we'll explore a totally true, amazing adventure from the Bible. You may think the Bible is just an old book that's kind of hard to read, but it's packed with incredible riches. True stories that beat any movie you've seen. And they're all true. Let's jump back into Bible Times right now. Hey, welcome to my home. Big things are happening today because we're picking a new king. Well, we aren't picking one. God is. Here in Israel, a king rules our country. For a long time, God was our king. But then we asked God to give us a person to be in charge. God said that wasn't a good idea, but it's what we wanted. So he picked Saul. God was right. Saul hasn't been a very good king. He hasn't listened to God or done what God said to do. So now the prophet Samuel is here in Bethlehem. God is going to show him who our next king should be. It's so exciting. Except, how do you pick out a king? What should a king know how to do? What does a king look like? Sound like? If you had to pick out a perfect king, what would you look for? Talk about that with whoever is doing VBS with you today. If you're watching alone, just think about what you'd look for in a king. Hey, I just thought of something. Samuel is here and you're here. Maybe one of you is our new king. If you're able, stand up. Let's see if you might be the new leader. I think a perfect king should be strong enough to scare off Israel's enemies. Show me your muscles. Part of being strong is having good balance. Balance on your left foot. Okay, now your right foot. Now leap in the air. Kings should look like heroes too. Strike your best hero pose. Plus, kings have to make good decisions and know lots of stuff, like math. Quick, what's 2 plus 2? 5 times 5? 1187 by the square root of my birthday times 6. Too hard? Oh, and kings have to sound like kings. I think kings should speak in deep voices when they give commands. In your deepest voice, say this: I am your king. Say it louder and deeper. I am your king. Okay, we better stop before we hurt ourselves. Sit back down. So a king has to be everything we said, plus strong, wise, know stuff, look like a king, and sound like a king. Whew, that's quite a list. Talk about this. If you want to be king or queen someday, what on our list do you have to work on? As nice as you all are, I'm thinking none of us is going to be the next leader of Israel. Hey, what's that? Hey, there's Samuel talking to my neighbor Jesse. Jesse has a whole bunch of kids, 2 daughters and a bunch of boys. Maybe our new king is one of my neighbors. Samuel has lined up the boys to see who's tallest. Samuel isn't picking the tallest to be king. Maybe he wants to see who's oldest. No, Samuel isn't picking the new king by age either. Huh. I know. Kings also need to do lots of things at once, so maybe that's how Samuel is going to make his pick. Let's try this. See if you can pat your head while rubbing your belly. Now switch. Rub your head while patting your belly. Now do that only with your right eye open. Now just your left eye open. Oh. Everyone stop. Samuel prayed about who to pick, and it looks like he has sent for Jesse's youngest son, who wasn't even in the lineup. But little David can't be king. He doesn't look like a king or sound like a king. But maybe there's something we don't know about him just by looking at him. What's something about you that people wouldn't know just by looking at you? Do this for me. Take a couple minutes and go grab a sheet of paper and a pencil. Then, draw something that people may not know about you just by looking at you. For example, I like to travel a lot, but people may not know that when they first meet me. This week, we're going to become great friends of God. God knows you. You are treasured. And He knows you for the treasure you are. We don't always see the treasure in other people, but God does, because He put it there. Oh, something's going on over there. Whoa! Samuel poured oil on David's head to declare that David will be the next king of Israel. Whew. I realize that may seem strange to you. You're not from Bethlehem. Around here, pouring oil on someone isn't a mean prank. It's a sign of blessing. David may not be big and strong or old and wise, but God knows that David loves him. God knows David's heart, and God knows your heart too. Your heart was made to love God. Today, look for someone who needs to hear that God knows their heart. Then let them know. You'll be a blessing to them. All right, it's time for you treasures to head out the door. But come back tomorrow. I don't think we've heard the last of our friend David.
Hi, I'm Sam. I'm 12 years old. So in my family, I have my mom, my dad, and then my two brothers, Eli and Josh. I have a couple pets. I've got my dog Albert. In my room, my brother keeps his pet, Scruffy. He's a mouse. Every day I do my homework, I do my practicing and for piano. On Mondays I mow the lawn. Thursdays I do my laundry. And then Fridays we don't have anything. I have several hobbies. One of them is card collecting. I also love to play baseball. I love board games, especially ones that have to do with strategy. I play a couple instruments. I play the piano, I play the French horn, and I play the trumpet. My favorite instrument to play is probably the piano. I really love just hitting the keys and plucking out a song.
But Sam's favorite hobby is collecting and solving Rubik's Cubes. Rubik's Cubes are puzzles with different colors. The goal is to get all the matching colors to one side.
I have 38 Rubik's Cubes right now and 27 different kinds. I first started solving Rubik's Cubes when I got one for my birthday, and it took me about 2 days of solid work to figure out how to do it, and a lot of tears too. The real motivation behind learning how to solve it was I wanted to compete with my friend. He also solves Rubik's Cubes. My fastest time for solving a regular 3x3 is 33 seconds. This guy is definitely my hardest one. When you turn it the right way, the colors shift, and it's pretty difficult to solve. This one is my gear ball, and when you hold it and you turn one side, the gears make you turn the other side too. This one is a shocking cube. When you turn it the right way, it will shock you, and it's given several of my friends quite a scare. I really do enjoy solving them. It doesn't take much to learn how to. You just kind of have to be willing to put in the work and the effort to do it. My average time is about 45 seconds. My fastest is usually around 33 seconds maybe.
Let's see how fast Sam can solve one today.
Got it.
Wow, that's fast.
So to solve them, there's patterns. After learning the patterns, it really improves my memory.
Knowing so much about Rubik's Cubes helps Sam solve them.
I know a lot of the history of them, and I know just about everything about them. I know like the inner workings because I've taken them apart and examined them. I've focused on them and learned so many things about them, and that's really important in being able to solve them.
Did you know that God knows everything about you? In the Bible, in the book of Psalms, it says, "Oh Lord, you have examined my heart and know everything about me."
To me, the fact that God knows me it's very reassuring because I know that whatever happens, it's going to be the best for me, and even if that may not be what I think is the best, it just really shows that God is able to do things that may not seem the best, but always work out best.
God knows you. You are treasured.
Welcome to Imagination Station. I'm so glad you're here. I can't wait to see what incredible things about God we'll discover together this week. We're going to have so much fun together. But before we get started, I need to ask you something very important. Who brought their imagination today? It's okay if not everyone remembered their imagination. It's our first day of VBS. But since we are at Imagination Station, we're definitely going to need lots of imagination. The great news is, I have an extra bit of imagination to spread around. In fact, I was just talking to my friend Pogo, the poison dart frog, about this. I think you met him earlier, right? Pogo and his friends love living in the rainforest in Central and South America. The rainforest is full of huge trees, super long vines, and so many plants and flowers that you can't see through them all. That's a lot of plants and a lot of rain. The rain is very important. It keeps everything alive. We're going to bring our imaginations to life now with some imagination drops. Take 30 seconds and run and get a small cup of water. I want you to feel all of this imagination raining down on you. So dip your fingers in the water and flick it over your head. That's so much better. Now we're ready to imagine. God knows Pogo and his friends need rain, and God knows you too. You are treasured. Now, I can see your imaginations are refreshed, alive, and ready to go. Every day at Imagination Station, you'll get to answer a fun talk starter question. Are you ready? Here's our first talk starter question. How do you think poison dart frogs catch the insects and bugs they dine on? Do they use their very sharp teeth? Or do they catch them with their long, sticky tongues and eat them whole? Talk about your answer with anyone who's watching with you. Okay, I need a loud drum roll before I reveal the answer. And the answer is a poison dart frog uses the long, sticky tongue to reach out and grab bugs and insects and swallows them whole. Every day at Imagination Station, you'll get a sciencey fun gizmo. And in a minute, you'll get to pull the first one from your student pack. This is called a decoder disc. It's a super secret way to communicate in code. There have been lots of times people used code to communicate. Take a look at some of those codes. Some famous codes here include one found on the Rosetta Stone, which was created even before Jesus was born. It's made of symbols that help scientists decipher ancient writing. Another example is Morse code, which has been used by military and others to communicate using dashes and dots. People have used codes throughout history to send secret messages. Can you think of a time you used code to communicate? Tell anyone who's watching with you. Let's try speaking in code right now. This is called Pig Latin. Show me a pig nose if you know how to speak Pig Latin. Here's how you speak it. You take the starting sound of a word and move it to the end and add A to the sound. For instance, let's use the word pig. So pig becomes igpay. Words that start with a vowel stay the same, but you'll still add A to the end. So the sentence, I ate the pig, becomes I ate a they, igpay. Practice saying a few words right now. Maybe say, you are treasured in Pig Latin. Now practice saying your name in Pig Latin. My name is Shani. In Pig Latin, that would be Hanny Shay. Speaking in code is kind of tricky. Now think of something you want to tell others, but don't say it out loud. Think of how you'll say it using Pig Latin. Turn to someone nearby and tell that person your message in Pig Latin. Then they can say something to you. If you're watching alone, you can practice your sentence for the next time a friend or family member comes by. Sometimes codes are tricky and mysterious. If you were a treasure hunter, you might have to decipher codes to find treasures. Figuring out codes can help solve mysteries. Now, you're going to use the decoder disc, paper, and pencil to write a code. First, write your name in code using your decoder disc. Here's my name in code. Pick up your decoder disc and twist it around a few times to find the symbol for each letter of your name. Then you'll draw that symbol. Once you've found the symbols for all the letters of your name, you'll have your name in code. Ready? Have fun! Great work! Now think of a secret message you'd like to write in code to a friend or family member. great work on making mysterious messages. Today, we're discovering that God knows you. You are treasured. You know, sometimes it's easy to feel confused and lost, sort of like a message that's written in code. We might wonder if God really knows what's happening in our lives. We might even feel like life is a confusing mystery, and we don't know what's going on. But here's an important truth to remember. God knows you. You are treasured. Nothing about you is a mystery to God. God created you, and He loves you. Before we wrap up, grab the Try This at Home sticker from your treasured student pack. Put the sticker on a Ziploc bag so you've got a good, safe spot for that decoder disc. I'll see you next time for more Imagination Station fun.
Hey everybody! Welcome to our very first closing quest. I am so excited to have you here. My name is Miss Stephanie, and we are going to kick off our closing quest with our theme song, and then everybody will know that we're about to start, and then hurry to get here. So, take it away, music team. Christina, guys.
I am a priceless treasure. God knows me, God hears me, God is my comfort. I am His and there's nothing better. Forgiven and chosen forever. I am a treasure. I am a priceless treasure. God knows me, God hears me, God is my comfort. I am His and there's nothing better. Forgiven and chosen forever. I am a treasure. I am a child of God. I know that I am loved. He hears me when I pray. He always makes a way. I am His and He is mine. I am the prize He came to find. I am a priceless treasure. God knows me, God hears me, God is my comfort. I am His and there's nothing better. Forgiven and chosen forever. I am a treasure. I am a child of God. I know that I am loved. He hears me when I pray. He always makes a way. I am His and He is mine. And I am the prize He came to find. I am a priceless treasure. God knows me, God hears me, God is my comfort. I am His and there's nothing better. Forgiven and chosen forever. I am a treasure. I am a priceless treasure. God knows me, God hears me, God is my comfort. I am His and there's nothing better. Forgiven and chosen forever. I am a treasure. I am a treasure. I am a treasure.
Great job, everybody. I'm always amazed every year how quickly you guys pick up those songs and those motions. Well, here at Closing Quest, we
we are going to end our tremendous, I got some reverb up here. We're going to end our tremendous treasure track with some songs and some smiles and some surprises. And here is our first surprise. Each night at closing quest, you're going to get to see a spotlight drama show where some of you will be on the big screen showing what you discovered today. So at some point during the week, all of you will see your faces up on the screen. So let's watch.
In today's Totally True Bible story, we meet a prophet named Samuel. God told Samuel to go to Bethlehem to pick a new king for Israel. So Samuel went to see a man named Jesse. Maybe one of Jesse's kids would be the new king. Samuel thought maybe God would pick Jesse's tallest kid to be king. Or maybe Jesse's best-looking kid would be king. Jesse's bendiest kid might make a good king. Or the fastest one. Maybe God wanted a king who could jump high. Or maybe God wanted Jesse's smartest kid as king. But God told Samuel that while people may judge by appearance, God looks at the heart. And looking at the hearts of Jesse's kids, none of them would make a good king for Israel. Except one of Jesse's kids was missing. It was David, who was out taking care of the sheep and goats. Samuel asked that David be brought to him. When Samuel saw David, he got a nudge from the Lord. "This is the one," God said. "Anoint him." Samuel poured oil on David's head and
Am I good there? Okay. All right. Well, you guys are treasures. What crew was that that was in our spotlight show today? Gold. Who is Gold Crew? Let's get Gold Crew again. Thank you for retelling our Bible story today. Now, I've been doing some research because I figured, this week we are all learning how to be explorers and treasure hunters. So I wanted to know what it took to be an explorer like the famous Dr. Diggingstone. And so, guess what? They have to know a lot. Oh my gosh, from geology to geography, from languages to literature, a lot of stuff. So I thought, well, since we're learning to be explorers, maybe we should end our first day by finding out how much you all know about perplexing and confusing things. So, you are all about to star in the game show, What Do You Know? I need 3 contestants. Let's see. I need 3 contestants. Okay, there's 1, Ben. There's 2, Stella, come on up here. And let's see, how about 3? I can't remember your name. Claire, come on up. Yep, come up here on the stage. And the rest of you are going to be the studio audience. So let me hear you cheer. Okay, stand right here in the middle for me. Right in the line. Here we go. Okay, so you guys are going to help the contestants answer these questions, okay? So when I give our brilliant contestants the question, then I'm going to come to you, and you guys are going to shout out some answers, and I'll come around and take a few answers, and then they'll decide what their answer is. So, contestant number 1, are you ready? Okay. What is this picture of? This mysterious picture. Turn around. Look at the big screen. And
Hang on. Is it coming? There it is. Okay, so look at that. Studio audience, call out your answers. What do you think that is?
Cantaloupe.
Cantaloupe. Somebody thought it was a cantaloupe.
Pumpkin.
Pumpkin. Somebody thought it was a pumpkin. Squash. Squash. Okay, hang on. I know you get a couple over here. What do you think that is?
Pumpkin seeds.
I think same. Something different.
Pumpkin seeds.
Squash and pumpkins. Okay, contestant number 1, what is your answer?
Pumpkin seeds.
He says pumpkin seeds. So he took your advice. So here we go. I need a drum roll. Can you guys do this? Drum roll. All right. Da, 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 da. It is a picture of bell pepper. You were close. Okay. Contestant number 2, are you ready for your question? Right, this question is a little bit different. You're going to listen to a sound and tell us what you think it is. So, studio audience, are you ready? Listen to this. Okay, hang on. Let's hear the studio audience has to say. What do you think that is? A horse. A horse. It might be a horse. Okay, what do you think it is?
Snapping.
Snapping, yeah. Okay, any other ideas? I see Bandit down here with his hand up. What do you think it is, Bandit?
Pumpkin seeds.
Pumpkins. I don't think they make noise.
A kind of frog.
A kind of a frog? What do you think it is, Jonathan? This time. Okay, that's right. All right, one more answer back here. Are you getting some ideas there, Claire?
A pen.
You think it's a pen too? Oh, let's go see what contestant 2 thinks it is. Okay, contestant.
I think it's a frog.
You think it's a frog? Okay. All right, drum roll. All right. Dun, 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 dun. It is an ink pen. It was an ink pen. I know. This is crazy. Okay. Now, for this next contestant 3, how are you? Feeling smart today? No? Okay, for this next question, studio audience, I need you all to sit on your hands for me. Sit on your hands. And I'll tell you when to pull them out, okay? All right, contestant number 3. Of all the people in this room, would you say that most of them can lick their own elbow? Or would you say that almost none of them can lick their own elbow? Okay, you think about that. Studio audience, if you think that, don't take your hands out, if you think that almost everyone can lick their own elbow, you're gonna make monkey noises. And if you think that almost no one can lick their own elbow, you're gonna make chicken noises. Okay, are you ready? All right, contestant 3, the studio audience has spoken, clucked. What is your answer?
I think almost none of them can.
Okay, we're gonna discover this ourselves. So go ahead and take your hands out, and I want you to try to lick your own elbow. And if you can do it, I want you to stand up. If you can lick your own elbow, you stand up. If not, stay seated. Be honest. Huh. Well, contestant 3, I think we have our answer. Drum roll, please. Dun, dun, dun. Almost no one can lick their own elbow. Thank you, contestants. You can go have a seat. Thank you, studio audience. You know, something that I think is cool about this is that of all those questions, none of them would have stumped God. Because He knows everything and He knows everybody. As a matter of fact, God knows you. You are treasure. Yes, you are treasure. But sometimes we hold things in, right? We don't let people see what's on the outside. We might be a little bit like this mystery bottle I have. There's something in here, but we don't know what. We can be like this. We can hold our feelings and our thoughts inside because we don't want anybody to know what's in there. Because we think maybe they won't understand. Or maybe we feel like our feelings and our thoughts don't matter to other people. Or maybe we've been hurt. Or maybe we're lonely. Or maybe we've been embarrassed. Ouch. Those things hurt, don't they? And we have all those feelings inside, but we don't want to let loose. We don't want to let anything out. But you know what? God knows us, and He loves us, and He wants us to let those things out and tell Him about those things. He wants to hear what's in our hearts. He wants to hear about all the things that have hurt us, and all the times when we're lonely, or all the times we've been embarrassed. He wants us to talk about those things. So, it's hard. We need to let those things out to God. We need to tell Him about those things because He loves us and you are priceless to Him. Isn't it cool? Yeah, it's water. Our God is so good. And we should pour out our praises to Him. Let's sing a song right now where we give all of our praises to God.
Let all that I am praise the Lord. With my whole heart I will praise His holy name.
Great job, guys. All right, well, God loves you so much. You know what? He has put stuff in this world that He knows you are gonna love. So on the count of 3, I want you to shout out something that God has made that makes you happy. Are you ready? 1, 2, 3. That's fine. Yeah, you know what we call those gifts? We call them God sightings. You guys learned about God sightings in kindergarten, and you got your special gift today. Lift up your arm that's got your God sighting. Good job. This is to remind you this week to look for God, look for ways that He makes you happy, and the things that He does for you. It could be a hug. It could be a kind word from a friend. It could be a prayer. So look for those things. We're going to talk a lot about those this week. And then, I got a little bit of time. I want to also mention that you heard about a mission project we are doing for VBS this year. Did you guys know that in places like Asia and Africa and South America, there are mosquitoes that carry disease? We have mosquitoes here in Michigan, right? And they make us itchy and give us welts, but they usually don't make us really sick. And in these countries, mosquitoes carry malaria and they make children very sick. As a matter of fact, this is kind of sad, but about 1,200 children a day die from malaria in these countries. So what we're going to do to be God sightings to them is we're going to bring in some money, however much you can, and we're going to try to buy as many mosquito nets as we can. That's what that white thing is hanging up there. That's a mosquito net that would go over top of a bed. And they would keep the mosquitoes off of the children while they sleep. So if you have a donation you want to bring in, anytime during VBS, you can come up maybe at the beginning or when you come to closing and put your donation right in that treasure box. And we will be God sightings to kids and help protect them from malaria. All right, well, I can't believe it, but it's already time to close our quest today. And so material managers, would you help your crew leaders to collect your name tags and pass out your imagination station gizmos? Crew leaders, there's also a parent newsletter and a flyer about our mission project. Those go home with your crews also. Okay. All right, you guys ready? Let's pray. I'll just come right down the line and you each will get to say something, okay? All right, go ahead, Jody.
Thank you, God, for the day. My God is so good, and we are blessed, and we want to be good, and we want to be nice to God and everybody can receive the good and amen. Dear Jesus, thank you for the day, and thank you for VBS. Thank you for all the fun things we've done. And thank you for the wonderful things we have. In Jesus' name, amen. I'll vote for God as His Son. My mom is His son.
Lord, help us all to get home safely tonight and bring us back tomorrow for some more fun and adventure. Amen.